the assembly line? Or
yeah, occasionally.
Occasionally?
Yeah.
And can you characterize like what kind of cost is associated with having the press down for like 10 minutes or an hour?
$18 a minute.
$18 a minute? Okay.
Personally, I would like to know where. You know, I know that's a tough one, but...
What do you mean by where?
Especially on your trim cutters,
okay.
Things like that. I mean, you have your PM cycles for 100,000 hits or whatever, but with the different material and all the variables in it.
Oh, die wear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Simulate 100,000 hits at 50,000 hits. What kind of slivers are produced? What does the trim versus the brake look like?
Oh.
Things like that. You know, we don't dive into stuff like that.
You just kind of go
and our PMs are spread so far that you can almost run until you break.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you broke here, but what kind of quality defects did you have up here where you're sending to repair, grinding burrs, just different things like that? I don't think we do a very good job of that.
The thing that we're trying to do differently is, like right now, the state-of-the-art with simulation is they'll do one hit with one set of materials, they'll do one thickness and like one lineup, right? So we're trying to do this whole thing where you're varying like 10 or 11 variables and looking at a statistical result.
Yeah,
to say you're going to have 600 defects out of 1,000 or 20.
Yeah, you have to go through the whole window range of material because I'm not calling anybody to cheat, but I'll guarantee you, if I was building a set of tools and I had to ship on a certain date, I would spend a little extra on getting the best material within that specification to make sure that my panels pass.
Yep. I think that's what the weakness is here.
Single samples, and the samples have to be tested by a non-biased corporation. You know, we do a 40 coil window with tensile test and things like that.
40 coil window?
Yeah. First 40 coils for each job.
Oh, okay.
We do a tensile test, check all the steel properties, things like that. And we find more variation than we really should. At the line, if you could take it and run several variables, what's going to come out of that, you know, whether it's a draw, a trim, a pierce, whatever, restrike, that you see a split in this area, I would look here. These are my top 5 issues that would cause that split. That would be great. Wow. That would save, you know, hours.
Do you think it would be useful to have some kind of interface to be able to better interact with, to give upstream feedback? Like, how important is it for like ASME to learn from what you have to deal with?
Lessons learned is key.